Hey, what is up, guys? This is Cam here. Today we're going to be reviewing a movie. I have finally seen one in theaters after all this time after seeing Warfare. And this one was John Wick Ballerina. And we're going to be getting into the cons and pros and cons of this movie. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'd like to start off today's video by saying that this movie was probably either my least favorite of the John Wicks or the second to least favorite. It's in par with number one because I have a very unpopular opinion that I didn't really care for the first John Wick film. I like everything that comes after that, but the first John Wick film was not my favorite. So it could either be before John Wick 1 or it's like on par with that. So this movie wasn't bad by any means at all. It was actually very action-packed and very good at a lot of the points. So we're going to go into the pros and cons. So first with the pros, we're going to go into the action. The action, John Wick's franchise has always been so good with the action. They always know how to correlate everything and how to make everything so action-packed and super cool to the audience. In this movie, they always like focus on one specific like kind of weapon, or like kind of like a specific kind of, like a weapon of some sort in each movie. And this one was either probably the grenades or the ice skates or the flamethrower. There are a lot of those three are like the main things that are used as a weapon by the main character Eve in this movie. And those three parts are all flawless. Like the action's so action-packed in those parts. And I really enjoyed it. Like, I think my favorite would probably be the flamethrower part. The flamethrower part at the very end was probably my favorite part of this entire movie, just because of how insane and how cool it was to watch. I also want to give a pro to the performances in this movie. The performances were very good as well. I felt like they had a very stacked cast as well. Like all the cast members were very good. And I've noticed, I had no idea, but there's a show called From that probably a lot of you have heard of, but some of them might not have heard of. It's not as popular as it should be, but it has the mom from that show in it that I had no idea would be in this movie. And she plays, we'll go into that in a bit, but she plays another character. And then we have Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead. He's in this, and I really was looking forward to that. I knew he would be in it, but yeah, I was looking forward to this movie because it had a stacked cast, and obviously it has Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas in it. But yeah, it has a very good cast, and I will happily say that everyone did their part. They all did very good in acting and their performance overall. All right, now we're going to get into the cons of this movie. I have a few cons with it, and one of the main ones is the villain. I did not like the way he was written. And this is another actor, though, that was actually very good. He was a very good actor that they chose to put in this position of this character, and they just didn't write him well. It wasn't the actor's fault at all. It was just the way he was written. The ending of his character is so underwhelming. Like where he dies, it's a very underwhelming kill, and I felt like everything leading up to it led up to something that would be really big, and then they show his kill, and it's not very satisfying or anything like that. But yeah, I just really didn't like the way he was written. His dialogue, he was a very weak villain, definitely the weakest villain of the franchise overall. He's just not a good villain. And that's what kind of made me mad about it. I felt like everything he did, he didn't do well. He failed like everything he was trying to do. And he got lucky a few times. But yeah, he just wasn't a very good villain. He wasn't written very well. And the other con I have is going to get into spoilers. So if you want to see this movie, don't forget to pause this video and you can come back to it later. But yeah, I'm going to get into spoilers. There's your warning. But anyways, the next con will be the sister plot. Now, I didn't know why they went into this in the first place. It was very useless to go this direction. They mentioned Eve, the main character, Eve, Ana de Armas' character. They mentioned she has a sister in the very beginning of this movie, and you don't really hear much about it until the very mid-movie, until this one lady that is the lady from the show From, she plays her sister, and you don't know she's her sister at the start. She's like this sidekick to the villain of the movie. And she's a bad guy at first, and then she ends up finding out Ana de Armas, or Eve, is her sister, and so she turns on the villain, kind of, and then he's like, kill them both. And so she ends up dying right after it's revealed that she's her sister. So what was the point of even going down that plot plot twist in the first place if she's just gonna die right off the bat, and then it doesn't really mention anything after that at all after her death. So I don't know what the point of that kind of twist was. It felt like they were like trying to come up with some kind of crazy twist to put in the movie, and that's what they came up with. It just didn't really fit, and I don't know what they're thinking with it. It just didn't really execute. They didn't execute this plot twist well at all. And I wish they just kind of kept her a villain and didn't really do this whole sister plot twist. Other than that, this movie was pretty good. I think it's probably, like I said, it's either the worst or the second to worst movie I've seen so far from the John Wick franchise, but it wasn't bad by any means. Like I said, the action, the performances were all great in this movie. Stacked cast, stacked action, all of it was great on that point. But just some of the writing from this movie wasn't there. It wasn't as good as some of the other John Wick stuff in the franchise. If I were to give it a number out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't a bad movie. I really did enjoy a lot of it. Just the writing was the only issue. I really had some writing points of it. But I really did enjoy this movie. I really liked seeing Keanu Reeves as John Wick again in it. And it was really just a fun movie to watch overall. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys like this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.